final touch. Pistachios, right? Hi guys, David here as always. So today I'm gonna give you guys another tutorial. Today I'm gonna give you guys a few ways on how to downshift. To be specific, I'm gonna give you guys 2 ways on how to downshift. Yeah. Basically, the reason why you'd want to downshift, in other words, switch to a lower gear from a higher gear, is because maybe say you want to accelerate or something, right? If that's the case, then a lot of times you'd want to go down a gear or 2 and then accelerate. Especially if you're accelerating kind of hard, say like 50% or more throttle, you want to downshift. Why do you want to do that? It's good for the engine, plus you get to accelerate faster. You get to feel more torque. So that's why you downshift before you accelerate. I'll show you the first way right now. So basically for this way, all you gotta do is you're gonna do clutch in, shift down a gear. As you're letting off the clutch, get to the bite point, keep it at the bite point until the RPMs level out, and then you release the clutch fully. So let me show you here. So I'm in 4th gear right now, right? I want to shift down to 3rd because it seems the cars in front of us are stopped. So clutch in, down to 3rd, hold it at the bite point like so, and then let off, and watch, like so. Y'all see that? So that's what you do for, well, I guess the normal way to downshift. And well, personally for me, I don't really like using that way. I use it sometimes, but you know, there's better ways. So that's like the first and most basic way to downshift. Oh, the RPMs are kind of low, I'm gonna accelerate, right? So what I would do, clutch in, shift down to 3rd, hold it at the bite point, and you see how our RPMs go up a little bit? From there I can accelerate. So that's how you downshift like a normal person, I guess. So once again, clutch in, let go, hold it at the bite point, and clutch out all the way. Clutch in, bite point, like that, and out. Yep, I'm gonna run the yellow. Let's go. All right. Yeah, but that's the first way you downshift. Now this is the second way you downshift. This is my most favorite and probably the one I do the most. It's called rev match downshifting. So in other words, basically you're doing the same thing, except this time instead of having the clutch match the RPMs of the lower gear, what you're doing is you're flipping the throttle and allowing the throttle to do the work of matching that RPM to the lower gear. Yeah, so I show you now. For this one, it would be clutch in, blip the throttle, and as you're blipping the throttle, you let go of the clutch. And then you'd be down to that lower gear a lot quicker. So from here, I'm in 5th, right? I want to go to 4th, clutch in, blip, and like so. Did you see that? Did you see how quickly I got to let off the clutch? That's why you rev match. Yeah. And one more time, I want to go down to 3rd so I can accelerate, right? So clutch in. Yeah, did you see that? Clutch in, blip, off. All right, like so. Easy, right? No problem. You guys got it. And that's the second way. You're revving the engine in order to match the RPM of the lower gear. That's why it's called rev matching. Yeah. So once again, clutch in, blip, like so. Now, when you're blipping the throttle, you want to be shifting the gear at the same time. Why do you want to do this? I don't know, it just sounds cool, yo. It sounds cool, you can accelerate faster. You know, you're like prolonging the life of the clutch a little because you're not using the clutch to do all that bite point jazz that I showed in the first example. So that's why you'd want to rev match. I mean, like, come on, it's rev matching, y'all. I love rev matching. I'm the rev matching king, yo. Yeah. Clutch in, vroom, like that. Clutch in, vroom, like that. Clutch in, gear, vroom, like that. Vroom, like that. Yeah. You see that? Did it twice there. Yeah. The rev matching king. Yeah. That's how you rev match downshift. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a bonus one. So this is basically the same exact concept of rev matching, but what you're doing is you're adding in the brakes. So this one is called heel toe rev matching, something that I've had a very hard time trying to learn. So basically what this is you're braking, and as you're braking, you're flipping the throttle and shifting down to the lower gear. So personally, just a heads up, I'm not too good at this. I'm still learning, but I think I got it down to a point where I can show you guys. Yeah. So this one's called heel toe. this one is you're clutching in, and as you're braking, you're putting your foot like towards that way, like that, kind of rolling it while you're giving constant brake pressure, and you're flipping the throttle with your heel, essentially. Well, not really your heel, but you know. Alright, so from here, oh, we're slowing down? Like so, yeah. Did you see that? Heel toe. You gotta roll the toes a little. This one is gonna take a little bit more practice, and I recommend that you try it out once you start getting just regular downshift, rev match downshifting.